Hey guys, Nick here from Nick's Taxes back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about some Canada news updates as well as some updates surrounding the CERB, the Canada Emergency Response Benefit. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Nick. I'm making videos on the news surrounding Canada as well as the Canada Recovery Benefits, personal finance, and investing. So if that's of interest to you, I suggest subscribing, and please feel free to hit the like button at any time you find value in this video. Hitting the like button also lets me know that you appreciate these videos, and it also gets this video out to those who might also be interested in this topic. So I appreciate you guys doing that. All right, let's jump right into the content for today. Today is Thursday going into Friday. There's reports out that Canada could see up to 60,000 cases a day by the end of the year. Alberta reported a record 1,105 new cases on Thursday. Both Manitoba and BC announced tougher restrictions. New measures were also taken in effect in Saskatchewan. Quebec proposed a voluntary quarantine period to facilitate holiday gatherings. And in Ontario, potential lockdown talks are coming for this Friday. In Canada as a whole, some big news is that they have extended a ban on non-essential travel with the US, and that will be into effect up till December 21st, so right around the holiday times. So we'll start with Manitoba, and they're clamping down on further restrictions. They are making it tougher on private gatherings and businesses selling non-essential items, and they're doing this in order to slow down the rising cases in Manitoba. They announced on Thursday that residents are forbidden having anyone inside their home who doesn't live there, with few exceptions, and they are prohibiting businesses from selling non-essential items in stores. If you're in Manitoba, let me know how that's working out for you, because I'm really curious how they're going to lock down selling non-essential things in stores. I'm not sure what that looks like, and it sounds a little bit tough. Over in BC, our friends out west announced that they have included mandatory mask wearing in public indoor places and in retail spaces, and they have also restricted social gatherings to household members only within the province. Over in Saskatchewan, all residents now have to wear masks in all indoor places. We talked about this a few days ago, and as well, visitations at long-term and personal care centers are now officially suspended. No more than 5 can gather in a home, with the exception of caregivers and tradespeople. People who live alone are allowed to have one other household in their bubble, and private gatherings larger than 5 can occur in public places, such as restaurants. Entertainment and transportation, such as party buses and limousines, are now prohibited in Saskatchewan. In Ontario, Premier Doug Ford said that there's going to be some new announcements coming out on Friday that are going to be tough new health restrictions for the hardest hitting areas. For those of you who don't know, that is pretty much Toronto and the Greater Toronto area. They wouldn't exactly specify what those measures will be, but we'll see what happens this Friday. And obviously follow and hit that bell notification, and I will keep you guys up to date on what that announcement will be. All right, so that is what is happening in Canada regarding the pandemic. Also, regarding the Canada Emergency Response Benefit, otherwise known as the CERB, I've made a lot of videos about that. So if you need a refresher, I suggest you check out that video playlist right now. But there's an audit being demanded after a report has coming out saying that more than 800,000 people got the CERB who were ineligible for the CERB. CRA's own records filed in an inquiry of ministry tabled in the House of Commons showed that 823,850 people who didn't file a tax return in the past year received the CERB benefit. The CERB obviously comes at a cost of $2,000 per month, and that amount has costed us taxpayers nearly $1.7 billion, according to this report. So a Conservative MP says Canada Revenue Agency has some explaining to do after we've seen such a huge amount of people who received the CERB, who didn't actually qualify for the CERB. The MP went on to say that this is a huge amount. People were losing their homes and really needed help, but claims were made by others who were either ineligible or didn't really need it. I just want the government to do a proper, transparent audit of this. We owe it to the taxpayers. Let me know in the comments below if you think an audit of these CERB applications should be done as well. The federal government approved paying the CERB to unemployed tax filers who made at least $5,000 in 2019. The CRA didn't explain how non-tax filers could have claimed the benefit. The CERB program was first budgeted at $24 million, but by the time the CERB actually finished at the end of September, payments have exceeded over $81 billion. So they were a little bit off in their estimates of the CERB. Obviously now the CERB has expired and we now have the Canada Recovery Benefits, also known as the CRB. If you need a refresher or an introduction on what those are, I will link my videos here for you guys to check out. Right now, according to the report, also more than 14,000 people in the top income tax bracket who earn more than $210,000 or more in 2019 filed for CERB saying they were without income and then obviously received that $2,000. We talked about this in other CERB videos where Canada was just really focused on getting the CERB out as fast as possible to those who applied. As in the name states, it was an emergency, and so they were quickly getting this money out because people were without jobs and had bills to pay. As a result, it sounds like almost 1 million people took advantage of this program and filed for the CERB and got an extra $2,000. So we'll see what happens with this audit and if there's penalties. I know earlier Canada had said that there would be strict penalties on people who applied fraudulently and did so knowingly. So we'll see what happens here. If you want to know more about the CERB and if you qualify, or if you feel like you didn't actually qualify and want to return that money back, I will link videos on how to do so here for you guys to check out. But that's today's Canada News Update. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching and happy taxing.